Good evening, everybody, and welcome on our live stream here in Utsjoki in the far north of Finnish Lapland. And I don't know if the CME has reached us yet, but we have some pretty good lights already all over the sky here in Finnish Lapland, and actually mostly in the southern part of the sky. So we are going to watch this together, and hopefully you can hear me. So if you do, please do confirm in the comments. That would always be really helpful. And let's take a look all around us. We're looking in the western direction here, and we are moving like that to the south, and we have the cottages of Aurora holidays behind me in the southern direction, and we have also here some beautiful northern lights. So good evening, everybody. If you're just joining, we are live from Utsjoki, and it's clearish, a bit hazy but clear, and we are waiting for the arrival of the CME, the coronal mass ejection that happened 2 days ago, and the numbers are looking pretty good, and hopefully we get some really strong northern lights here at Aurora holidays in the northernmost part of Finnish Lapland. And the lights are already pretty strong because we are looking at them in the southern part of the sky, which is always a really good sign for us so far in the north. So sorry, was sorting out some technical stuff, and we have Christian. Good evening. So yes, we are looking to the south here, and the temperature, Peter, is minus 11 Celsius. Welcome, everybody. We are in the wake of a CME here in Utsjoki, and hopefully we get some really nice northern lights soon. Let's move around us a little bit so you can see that we are live here in front of the Tenno River. So hopefully it doesn't move too far to the south, so we can still show you guys everything. But it's possible that it will happen that the lights go so far to the south that we will be in the dark here for a little while, but usually it still always eventually comes back. And that's me, by the way. It's quite dark tonight. The moon has not risen, so we are in perfect conditions. And we don't have a lot of movement right now. As you can see, everything is quite slow. But it's moving in the right direction. So we have Florida here, and other places in the US. We have David from Brussels. Hi David, hope you're doing well. And we do have some movement over here, right above. And we are back. Sorry about the image going dark. So this is starting to look nice. And we have Constellasja from Norway, and we have Peter from England, Vanessa from Toronto, and Diana from Ontario, Canada, and Trebron from Hamburg. We have Andrea from also the UK. So you guys in Canada, you might want to stay alert when it gets dark in your area, because you might get a nice view of the storm as well, and it might get quite far to the south. So everything right now is still going pretty slow, even though we can feel that some action is definitely possible. So I like those storms better in winter, when I can jump on the ice behind me so I can get a better view to the southern part of the sky. But now we have to do with what we get, and that's also perfectly fine. And yes, Andy, there is some faint lights in the north as well on the other stream, and luckily we have here a camera that I can move around so I can show you the scene around us all over the place. And we are back. I'm having some cable issues tonight, trying to put them out of the way. Hopefully it will not repeat too often. Now we are moving back to the east, and you can see some buildup there as well. And now we are looking in the northern direction, and you can see the Big Dipper. But let's stay focused on the stronger parts here in the southern side of the sky. And we have India here. Good evening. So we are going to watch the build-up together, and I just checked the new data again, and in about an hour we could get really lucky up here in Utsjoki. But this is already really nice. Look at this. I will do a swipe in the south direction. Now we are looking in the south and back to the southeast and right above the cottages again. So there is definitely some buildup of some sort. Let's look at this part here. And somebody on YouTube is asking, will the US experience a better show? You can experience a good show in the US. It will all depend how strong the storm is hitting us, the solar storm. And we should hopefully find that out in the next couple of hours. If things stay like this, you might indeed get a really good show in the night time in the US. And also asking, how often do we get auroras in Lapland? In my experience, we do get auroras almost every single clear night. Of course, it's not always very, very strong, but we do get very, very regular auroras. Lapland is big. Lapland is almost 600 kilometers from south to north, and we are here at the northernmost end of Finnish Lapland, and of course we get here auroras more often than in other places. We have now some really nice curtains building up. It's still not very strong on video, but it's making for really, really nice pictures already with longer exposures. So we are patiently waiting and looking at those curtains. Look at this. I will try to show you again. So I hope that with the movements you can imagine what is going on up here in our sky. And Mildred is asking if all this is visible to the naked eye. It is absolutely visible to the naked eye. What you see here in the stream is actually the same as what I can see to the naked eye. I'm always trying to expose my live videos and all my Aurora videos in a way that what you see to the naked eye is what you get in the video, and I actually desaturate my videos a lot so that everything still looks real. I'm sorry that you have clouds, Scandi, in Sweden, in the middle of Sweden. And Ramona It will be nighttime soon also in the US. Don't think right now that you won't see it. And to be honest, the KP7 as far north as Churchill and Alaska is not needed, so don't be too worried about that. When you are in those latitudes, you don't need such a high KP. And even us here, when we get, if we get to KP7, I will probably even have to stop this stream because we will be too far in the north and we won't even be able to see any northern lights then, because they will be very far in the south. But let's see, we're not there yet. We have a nice build up. Let's turn around again to the other part. This is what looks the nicest so far. So let's focus on this. And Layla, happy that you enjoy those live streams. We enjoy making them a lot, so it's always nice to have all this good feedback from our viewers. And what site or app am I using to monitor the KP value? I'm using a site called spaceweatherlive.com, spaceweatherlive.com. And the green is now expanding, so that's really nice. Yes, I like what I'm seeing. And Jeff is asking how often do colors other than green appear. And well, mostly it's indeed green, and quite often regularly we have some pink or purple appearing under the green when the lights are really, really strong. And now it's not really visible in a video, but when I take a long exposure picture, I see that there is plenty of red actually surrounding the green. If you check my social media, I have been posting on my Facebook page some pictures of the red that we had a couple of days ago. Now we seem to have something developing there overhead. So let's take a look at this. Oh, I'm glad you guys can see the purple. I have all my screens here very dimmed so that I don't ruin my night vision, so I can't really see them in the videos. But if you guys can see them, I'm really, really happy. This is looking quite splendid here, like a Aurora highway across our frame. So let's continue watching. We have this very bright green stripe arching all across the zenith. And Jamie is asking, no storm conditions yet, it seems. No, that's not the storm. That's yeah, I don't know how to say, some quite irregular auroras for here in Utsjoki. This is not the storm. I think this is the premise of the storm, because we have some solar wind density build up already, and that often happens before a big storm. But so far, no, this is not the storm yet. And now things are moving back a little bit to the north. And as you can see, we have some more buildup in the north now with, I think you might be able to see it now with the video, some reddish in the middle of the image. This is all starting to look really nice. It's also good for me because it came back to the northern part of the sky, on which I have a better view from here. And I'm just reading the comments. Do I think it will happen suddenly when the storm will hit, like some sort of flash or a slow build-up? When we will look at the graphs of the solar wind parameters, we will, if the storm hits, we will normally see a very sharp increase of the speed of the solar wind, and it doesn't mean that we will have exactly at the same time a sudden flash of auroras. The buildup is actually happening now. We do have a buildup of something, definitely. As you can see, it's slow. And I've never seen some bright auroras appear out of nowhere. There is always a sign that something is going to happen, but it can develop then really, really fast and move very fast. Now we are looking at quite slow auroras and not really bright. I'm taking very long exposures to reveal the colors on the picture, so we are definitely not seeing strong northern lights right now, but they are all around us, and I do see some build-up in activity. And Carol, yes, it's cold and crunchy. It has been actually plus temperature yesterday, positive temperature. So the snow melted a little bit and now it's colder than -10, I think. So everything got really, really crunchy. So we will do a little bit of So, hi everybody, just to show you that this is a live event and that there is actually someone behind the camera. So welcome everybody. We are live on my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. We are live on Aurora Holidays, and we are also live on Space Video HD on YouTube. So a warm or a cold welcome to everybody here. We are in Utsjoki, that's the northernmost place in Finnish Lapland, and we are watching the Northern Lights. We have a forecast for an impact from a CME, a coronal mass ejection, that happened on the Sun 2 days ago, and we do seem to see some buildup of some nice aurora activity that could be related to the storm, but the impact doesn't seem to have happened just yet. So we are on the shore of the Teno River. You can see the river here on my right. And across the river we have Norway, and we are standing here in Finland, in Utsjoki. And just on the shore of the river, I will show you later again, just on the shore we have the cottages of Aurora Holidays, where we organize trips, package trips to see the Northern Lights. So you come with us, you come to us, we pick you up at the airport, and then you're with us for a few days, and we will chase the lights together. You will have a very nice cottage with your own sauna, full board at the restaurant, and this kind of amazing views. And if the Northern Lights don't happen, or if it's cloudy here, I mean, we will a shooting star. So if it's cloudy here, we will then jump in the van and chase the clear sky together. So welcome to our new viewers, and welcome back to our regulars. It's always nice to be live with you guys. I can see some more build up over there, so that's what we are going to look at now. Look at this, and we are also going to focus properly again on the sky. There we go. So nice. We do have some nice green, and just let me show you, we have the cottages here on just under the green. Et je me rends compte que je n'ai pas encore parlé en français ce soir, donc aussi bonsoir et bienvenue à tous les francophones. Beaucoup d'habitués, et je vous remercie de votre assiduité à mes directs sur les aurores boréales, et bienvenue aux nouveaux aussi. Donc nous attendons un impact de vent solaire, et je l'espère des très belles aurores boréales un peu plus tard dans la soirée. Et donc là, on a un début d'aurore qui se profile autour de nous. Nathalie, hi to you. Yes, the forecast was not amazing for tonight, but suddenly we somehow we made it, and it's surprisingly clear, so we are enjoying the lights. So yeah, it was quite a gamble. I was actually planning to maybe do something else. There is a concert in Utsjoki as well tonight, and I was even started my car to go there, and then this happened and the sky was really clear, so I decided to stay here and do this stream for you. And what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bands at the same time. That's actually really nice. One, two, three, four, five. Yes, that's actually pretty spectacular. And we need to get ready for maybe some action shortly. Let's see how this is going to develop for us. If you are watching us on YouTube, please don't forget to give us the thumb up for the video. It will help us to be more visible and to have more viewers see this magnificent show of Northern Lights with us. So please just take a second to hit the thumb up button. That would be immensely helpful. And we have people from the Netherlands. Indeed, good evening to you all. And for now, the solar wind is not good for middle latitudes auroras, but it can still increase and develop. So we do have some increased activity and increased solar wind data, but it doesn't look like the CME impact has happened yet. And yes, indeed, in the Netherlands you won't see this just yet, and you won't see it at all, but you might have later in the night some northern lights on the horizon, but it's too early to say. And so far we are just having some slightly increased activity. Somebody's asking if it's expensive to live here. It is not cheap to live here. We are very far in the north, so fuel is much more expensive. Food is more expensive. Housing is okay-ish, let's say. It depends what you need, but it's very difficult to find a place, so that's a bigger problem than the price itself. So we are still waiting for some more action. We are swiping across the northern horizon, and now we are looking to the east. And hoping for a nice build-up. And Stefan is asking if we have any app suggestion to track the Aurora forecast. I use an app and website called spaceweatherlive.com, so you can use them. They will give you information. We have a lot of viewers tonight, guys, and a lot of comments, so thank you all for being so active, but it also makes it a little bit harder for me to read them all. And look at this, we have some nice build up now in the south. So you can see the cottages at the bottom of the screen and some beautiful build up of northern lights on top of the cottages. And I'm seeing people say that the audio is low. Maybe I can make it a little bit less low. Maybe it's better now. I hope you can all hear me well. It's getting brighter indeed, so that's really nice to watch. So we are having a really nice build up here, and we do have guests in the cottages, so that's the lamps that you just saw, and it's actually reaching a point where I finally need to wear gloves. And look at these curtains developing here on top of the cottages. It's so beautiful. And this is actually full of red when you look on the pictures that I am taking. And I will post some of them after this and tomorrow on the social media. Oh, it's cold. So the temperature here is, well, I don't know, minus 12, maybe minus 15 even, because I'm starting to feel a lot colder than when we started this a little bit earlier. When did we start? Almost an hour ago. And now we are looking in the south, and you can see the restaurant under the brightest green here in the right of the image. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening with the audio, guys, and I'm afraid there is not much I can do about it while live. I might go pick up another microphone a little bit later then. Actually, I do see a problem. Sorry, let's see. So maybe it's better now. Oh. So I think the audio must be better now. I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. Only one track was activated. So I don't know what happened, but I think it must be better now. Thank you guys for noticing. Wow, well, it does make a difference. I don't even know how it's possible that one channel went off, because I never went into the settings, but that's the mysteries of live streamings. And now we go to look in the eastern direction, where we have another build-up here. And Ramona, you are very welcome to visit us. Cousin, bonne soirée. Bis à tout le monde à la maison. And Gail, we are waiting for you to see the Northern Lights with us. You are absolutely welcome here in Utsjoki. I just want to be very clear, this is not the storm yet. We started early to be sure to catch it, and also because it was clear and we were seeing a nice build-up. But this is not yet the storm that has been all over the news everywhere. And by the way, those storms are never, let's say, predicted as a sure thing. It's always a probability of occurrence. And namely today, I think it's an 85% probability, so we are having pretty good chances, but it's never a sure thing. And when we get an impact of the coronal mass ejection, it also doesn't mean for sure that we will see amazing Northern Lights, because we need a lot of parameters to align to give us a good show. And yes, we have the Pleiades indeed. And we have also a nice build-up of green again up here. This is looking really good. And we have Ari here. Good evening to you. I I think we are one of the only places in Finland where it's clear tonight, so I'm really happy to be here watching the lights and showing it to all of you guys. It's actually surprisingly clear when you look at the weather forecasts. This was not really what most forecasts said, and for once actually the Finnish Meteorological Institute gave the right answer by saying it was clear. Well, it's hard to believe them, and I was not believing them the whole day when I saw their forecast, because they have more often been wrong than right. But luckily today, maybe they had a lucky guess, I don't know. But we are standing under very clear and cold sky and beautiful northern lights here in Utsjoki in the far north of Finnish Lapland. And the temperature is minus 12, maybe minus 15, I'm not sure. But it's pretty cold. And I do need, before all this gets really crazy, I need to change the battery of the camera. So guys, please don't leave us. I will be online, but the screen will be black for a couple of seconds, so stay tuned. And we are back. Sorry about that, the challenges of live streams in the cold. But I'd rather do that now than be interrupted during a really nice show. And as you can see, we have some green everywhere. And Jesse from Alaska, I'm so sorry to hear it's cloudy. You do see them a lot indeed, and I have the same struggles when we have a really good Aurora forecast and that it's cloudy here. As often as we see them, I do get very disappointed too. But you know, sometimes we get surprises with the weather forecast, so hang in there. Maybe this storm is actually going to last more than a day. We will see what happens with the solar wind a little bit later. But right now we do have a window of opportunity with some really stronger lights. So we are going to keep an eye out for this, and I think it is starting to happen already now. So somebody's asking, is it unusual to see those still normal northern lights more in the south than the north? Okay, I think I know what you mean. We are looking here in the southern part of the sky, and the lights are not that crazy fast. Yeah, it happens actually quite often because we are so far in the north that when the Aurora oval grows even just a little bit, we just get these lights overhead or even above the southern horizon. So that's the big advantage of living here so far in the north. And yes, Courtney, you have a small chance to see them later at night in Colorado, so I hope you get lucky. It will really depend how strong the impact of the coronal mass ejection is going to be. We just don't know yet. Sadly, the longer we wait, the weaker the impact should be, but we don't have all the answers just yet, so we need to wait a little bit and we will find out hopefully soon enough. It's chilly. And Apollonia is asking if we have experienced the effects of stronger solar storm like the one expected today, bigger auroras. Yes, when there is a powerful solar storm we do get bigger, brighter and faster auroras, and also they last longer. And someone is asking, did the CME arrive yet? No, I don't think it has arrived. I think this is the build-up before the arrival. But we are getting now some brighter northern lights, and I'm also hoping for some more movement soon. So welcome if you are joining us, and if you've been here for a while, thank you for being with us. It's always amazing to have so many viewers, and I think we are breaking some records tonight, so thank you all of you for following us. We are live from Utsjoki in the far north of Finnish Lapland, and we are watching the build-up of the CME impact that has been announced for tonight. Just to be clear, and I don't want to be misleading, this is not the storm yet that has been announced, but we are hopefully nicely building towards it. We are now at the cottages of Aurora holidays that you can see at the bottom of the screen, and I am on the shore of the river, and the camera is now pointing in the south direction, so we are now looking towards the south, and we have finally some stronger and brighter lights developing here, and it looks like it should also move very soon, like properly move. And we can also watch from the southeast, and then we go across the southern part of the sky, and you can see all the way to the west over there. We do have some haze and clouds coming up, but for now we are still good. And we have here the cottages at the bottom of the screen. So let's enjoy the show here in Utsjoki. And Gail, we are really hoping to have you here. If you want to find more information, the URL is on the screen, auroraholidays.net. And Apollonia is asking what are the unusual effects of solar storms. Well, I have never experienced them myself as a human, but very strong solar storms can have an impact on satellites, for example, on the electrical grid. So that's actually the main reason why all the space weather science is taking place, is not to predict us the beautiful auroras. These are actually just nice side effects, but all the science is to predict solar storms more accurately so that we can take adequate measures with our modern way of life, which needs satellites and electricity and telecommunications. Okay, we are having some movement here. That's nice. So guys, we are about to reach 200 viewers on YouTube. I would like to reach that, and maybe even 300. I'm greedy. But if you could watch on YouTube, that would be amazing. We are at 198 viewers. And if you can follow my channel, that would be nice. Then you even get notifications when we do the next live streams. This is so nice. Now we have a really proper bright swirl, and I hope you are all enjoying it. $207. Thank you, Pauline. That's really nice. I think my streaming software has some delay sometimes. Really happy to be able to show this to as many people as possible. Now let's show you around. That's the main goal of having this moving camera. So we are here in the west, and then look at this when we go all around the south, back there. And the north has some small build-up, but we are going to stay focused on this bright thing here with the trees. Wow, this is nice here on the right. And I'm really happy for all the comments, guys. It's not easy to read them and answer them all while doing the live, but I really appreciate, and if I can later, I will try to answer when I'm offline later on. The stream will remain visible after we stop, so you can always watch it later again. And I'm also recording it so I can post later on a much higher quality video. And we can start looking also towards the north. Or actually, we are going to stay here for a while, and then we'll look at the north, because there is another build-up in the north. It's actually building up all around. Martin is asking if you can see the aurora through clouds. Well, when the clouds are very thin, we can see them, and even on thicker clouds it happens that we get the green color coming through, but then of course you don't see all the details. Clouds are really annoying to take pictures. You can see the lights with naked eye through some thin clouds, but I actually really hate taking pictures in those conditions. We have some nice build-up in the east-southeast as well, so maybe we are going to turn around there. This is starting to look like the other day when we had this very strong show. Oh, it's cold. Wow. I don't know if you just heard that, but the ice on the river is cracking and banging. I am not on the ice, obviously, I am still on the shore. It's way too early to go on the river ice, even though we've had many cold days, but we also had positive temperature yesterday and the day before, so it's not before another few weeks that we can even think of standing on the ice. And Betsy is asking how many kilometers is my site. Well, I don't know. That's a very good question. I'm in a valley, so not so many kilometers. I don't know how to answer to this question. If you mean how far can I see, a couple of kilometers, but I have trees and the bend in the river, so obviously I can't see that far away, but some of the mountains in Norway are maybe 8 to 10 kilometers away, so I can see all the way there. And we have some reddish indeed. Et Françoise demande à quelle altitude évoluent les aurores. Environ entre 80 et 200 km d'altitude. Et le vert est en général autour de 80 à 100 km d'altitude. So we had a question in French: at what altitude in the sky the northern lights can appear? And the answer is between 80 and 200 kilometers, with those more common green ones being usually at 80 kilometers above the surface of the Earth. And Wojtek, no, nothing is fake. I'm sorry that you think that. We are watching live, real colors, real speed, real everything Northern Lights. And we have some nice movement here in the sky. And Waltraud, good evening in Austria. I hope you're doing well. And yes, if you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to turn to 1080p, because we are streaming in HD, so make sure to watch in the highest resolution. And sadly, Facebook does not allow me to use this higher resolution, because apparently they only let gamers do that. So if you want the highest quality, just highly recommend you to switch to YouTube. And from Bob from Canada, you might even have lights tonight, depending on the weather at your location, and depending on whether this CME is going to happen or not. And we still have actually quite a bit of red on top of the green. I don't know if you can still see it in the live stream. And Verinia, you are very welcome. Yes, it is actually quite cold here tonight. And Daniel, I don't know why you can only have 720, maybe something with your device or with your internet connection, but it's definitely available as 1080p on YouTube. And Michelle, yes, it's been all over the news to see the lights in the Netherlands and Belgium and the UK, and it will all depend on the impact of this so-called CME. It hasn't happened yet. And how many degrees now? I think it's minus 10, minus 12, maybe even minus 15. Well, something pretty cold. And now we actually have some really nice movement here. Maybe I should take some pictures as well. Oh yes, I was going to check if we had any news from the storm. So I haven't seen a sharp increase of the solar wind speed, but it has definitely increased since we started. So who knows, maybe a very slow CME has reached. And the good news is the conditions will improve very, very much in the next half hour to 1 hour. So we might get some really strong lights soon, but so far we don't have conditions that would trigger some lights in the middle of Europe, as many news outlets have been announcing. And we have a nice build-up here with a corona forming. This is looking really nice, guys, and I have a feeling that it will look even nicer soon. All right. Now we are talking. Wow, look at this. The sky is alive. Wow. Beautiful. This is amazing. Need to move this quick. Look at this. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. That is absolutely spectacular. Oh, I fell, that's okay. Ooh. Tripped on a rock. Probably. Wow. Just got a little bit enthusiastic. We need to turn. Guys, oh yeah, there's lights everywhere. Wow. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Whew. Look at how it moves. Wow. So are you guys seeing this? What do you think? Yes, it could actually get even stronger. Okay, let's try to look into the other direction. We have some nice stuff here too. Can't wait to show you the pictures, guys. Okay, we need to go back like that. There. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button with my gloves. We need to go here. Wow. So I'm sorry guys, I don't really have a lot of time to read all the comments, but wow, what a show that we are having tonight. It's absolutely breathtaking here in Utsjoki. Nice. Sorry. Oh, it's cold. Oh, this is amazing. Look at those details, and everything is moving so much. Wow. We are so lucky to have such a nice show exactly at the right time. This is really, really beautiful. Wow, this is really, really beautiful. Wow. So as beautiful as this is, guys, this is not the kind of lights that will be visible all the way further south in Europe. It can still happen, but this is not what we are seeing here. So now that it's a little bit quieter, again, thank you all for watching. This is amazing. I'm so happy to see that we can share this with so many people. Around the world. This is really, really amazing. This is what we live for. We are live from Utsjoki in the far north of Finnish Lapland. So, hi everybody and welcome on our live stream. We have some beautiful northern lights tonight. It started really slow, but we knew that something was building up because of the CME that was announced. Wow, it's just amazing. And you can, well actually I have to stop talking and show you what is happening over there. Because this is just too amazing to miss. Yeah, so we are in Utsjoki in the far north of Finnish Lapland. We are at the Aurora Holidays Resort and we have an amazing display of the Northern Lights. And I know we've been talking a lot about a storm, and this is probably part of the storm, but this is definitely not the amazing solar wind and CME impact that has been announced. It may still arrive, but this is not it. This is actually something we see on a regular enough basis here in the far north without any special solar storm. So I just wanted to be clear on this. This is amazing, but what I mean is this is quite a regular occurrence here in Utsjoki, and it doesn't need a big storm to be visible. And Jesse is asking what camera I use. This is a Sony 7S. And David is asking, is this due to the southern BZ? Let me take a look at my apps. Yes, this is due to the southern BZ, and it's getting even more south now. So I'm expecting actually the show to continue. And maybe even get crazier. Let's see what happens in the next 1 hour. I will leave you with this beautiful view, and I'm going back inside for a few minutes to get some additional power supply. Otherwise we will run short of batteries at the wrong moment. So just stay with us and I will be right back. I will leave the image on, obviously. Okay, I am back and we are going to do some quick manipulation with the power supply. So we will go black and silent for hopefully not longer than a few seconds. And we are back. Sorry about that. This was necessary to stay live longer. And we can continue looking at the beautiful shapes in the sky. It's not easy, guys, to work in these really cold temperatures. So we have a quieter moment. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get So I think that we are now back live somehow. And these are the difficulties of being live So I'm really sorry about those technical issues. It's like everything is falling apart. So ladies and gentlemen, please be patient. I'm running into I don't know what kind of problems. So I'm really sorry guys, but I can't figure out what is happening here. So we have problems with the video feed. I think that it's giving up with the cold temperature. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to stop this live stream. I'm really sorry about that. Thank you all for following, for having been with us for a while. And technology in the cold is really annoying. I will try to figure it out. So thank you all for following, and stay tuned. If something really big happens and that I manage to figure this out, then we will do another live stream. So thank you all for watching and have a good night.